Hi guys, welcome back to today's video. Today's video is very interesting. It's something a little bit different. It's coming from Forbes breaking news titled Senator Kennedy shocked by nominee who called Christians bigots. Bigots. Okay, whatever it's called. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. This is going to be interesting. Before we dive into today's story, my name is Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, good to have you here. Do well to like this video. I'm sure you enjoy it, so please like it, subscribe if you haven't, turn up your post notification bell, share with your friends, family, let them come and enjoy what you've been saying. You love to enjoy, if you love to appreciate me, you love my work, you just want to give me something just to appreciate me, you can use the super thanks button, and whatever you give me, I would really appreciate it. It means the whole world to me. Okay, let's quickly dive into the video.
At Wednesday's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing, Senator John Kennedy pressed Rita Lynn, nominee to be United States District Judge for the Northern District of California, about her past writings at Harvard. Kennedy excoriated Lynn over an article she wrote calling the Christian coalition in the United States, quote, bigots. Lynn apologized for her writings, but Kennedy was still shocked by what she'd written. Watch the entire exchange.
I recognize Senator Kennedy next for questions. Let me also announce that I will be excusing myself to attend another committee, and we'll be turning the chairmanship over to Senator Hirono. Senator Kennedy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have been given 50 seconds to ask each of you questions and to hear your answers, which of course is patently absurd. So I'd ask if you would just answer my question directly. This isn't a question, Judge Gray, I may vote for you anyway, but I'll commit right now in front of God and country to vote for you if you'll move back to Louisiana. Judge Lynn, I've read a number of your writings. I want to, you wrote an article in December of 1998
That's an old article.
Person of Faith, Race and Religion as Experiential Knowledge. You wrote it in a journal called Perspective. And this is what you said, I quote, your words, not mine. The problem with the Christian coalition is not that they are Bible thumpers, parentheses, there are personal beliefs that often result from religious experiences, close parentheses, but that they are bigots, end of quote. Did I quote that correctly?
I believe you did.
Did you write that?
I did write that when I was 18 years old, or 20 years old, excuse me. I do want to be clear. I do not agree with that today. I wrote that before I went to law school, before I had any kind of
You were a grown woman when you wrote this.
I'm sorry?
You were a grown woman when you wrote this.
I was 20 years old when I wrote it. It was before I had a professional career.
You were in your third year at Harvard?
I was
a senior at Harvard.
I was a junior at Harvard.
Junior. So you were 3/4 of the way through your Harvard education, and you wrote that.
That is correct, Senator. It is
Wow.
20 years before I became a judge. I do not agree with it today. I do want to be clear about that.
Okay. Judge Simmons, let me just ask you a couple of questions. You finished law school in 2004?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have you ever tried a case in federal court?
I have not seen there.
Have you ever filed a brief in federal court?
I have not practiced in federal court. My entire practice has been in the state court.
Okay. Have you ever argued a motion in federal court?
I have my entire practice of over 12 years as a prosecutor has been in state court, Senator.
Okay. Have you ever, you serve as a state court judge, have you ever presided over a jury trial as a state court judge?
In the 5 years that I've been on the Superior Court bench, I have been in a moving department, and now I'm the supervising judge.
Have you ever tried a jury trial?
As an attorney, I have tried.
No, as a judge.
As a judge, I have presided over court trials, not jury trials, sir.
No, so the answer is no.
I have not presided over jury trials as a judge.
Have you, in the 5 years you've been on the state bench, have you ever written any opinions, issued any opinions?
Well, sir, I've been in moving departments in the 5 years that I've been as a Superior Court judge. We don't issue written opinions in moving departments on the
So
Superior
the
Court.
answer is no.
In the 5 years I've been on the Superior Court, I've been in moving departments. We don't issue written opinions in moving departments.
Okay. What is the standard of review in federal court for questions of fact?
For questions of fact by the trial court, it is clear error, sir.
Okay. What's the standard of review for questions of law?
In the trial court level, it's de novo.
Okay. What is what's the holding in Map v. Ohio?
Matt v. Ohio, since I've been practicing as a district attorney for the last 12 years, as well as a Superior Court judge over the last 5 years, I know what the holding is. It escapes me as I currently sit here, but
Okay.
as a
What's the Chevron doctrine? You'll see that a lot.
yes, Chevron deference refers to an administrative agency that's interpreting its own rule. It created a two-part step test. The first step in that test is whether Congress was clear.
You know it. I got you. What's the political question doctrine?
I have not, as a Superior Court judge, and over the last 5 years, and as a deputy district attorney for 12 years, I have not practiced in a federal court. So if I am so fortunate enough to be confirmed, I will obviously apply the applicable law.
Okay, I want to talk about the United States Constitution. Is it a doctrine of plenary powers or enumerated powers?
Enumerated powers, sir.
Okay. I yield back 1 second, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy.
Senator Kennedy, he's somebody, he's very smart. So he knows how to catch you he knows how to catch you like this. Yeah. Senator Kennedy, if he's at the point where he has to question you, ask you question, he knows how to do that very well. So I think that concerning the woman, the nominee, right, I feel like she mentioned that it was an article she wrote 20 years ago while she was in law school. She was in Harvard, I think. Was it Harvard? She was still in law school before she went to law school, something like that. So she was still in school and she was 20 years old. That was what she wrote. But Senator Kennedy was saying she was a grown adult. But she is saying that she wrote that before she even had a career. Now these are two different things. I believe there are two things here. People change, people make mistakes. People's eyes are opened about certain things when they grow older. When you grow older, begin to see life, I begin to see things. Your eyes become clearer about certain things. So that's why there's something about the internet. It never forgets. So when you put up an opinion, when you put up something that it is very, I don't know how to put this thing now. There are things that you don't put out there. If you know that you're going to be, you have like a future, even if you don't, you have a very bright future, and you put up certain things on the internet. That's why we see people these days, especially young people, they just put anything they like on the internet. They think the internet will forget. To never forget. One day is going to come bite you in the ass, because these things they don't just, one day you just say this is just shows up. So this woman probably wrote this thing when she was feeling a certain way at that time of her life. Now she knows better and she feels so differently about that. Now she's saying she made a mistake, that she doesn't believe in that anymore. So there are two things here. One first thing could be that she made a mistake, she wrote this thing out of the fact that she was feeling a certain way, or something happened during that period, and now she's older. She now believes that this thing doesn't happen anymore. Another thing could be that now she feels that she has a career going on, and she sees that this article could taint her career and could destroy her, could ruin her career. Do you understand? Now she says, oh, what I wrote then, I don't believe in it anymore, just because she has a good career going on for herself. So it could be two things. But Senator Kennedy feels like you were an adult. You knew what you were doing when you wrote this article, and you published it on the internet. So it was not like as if you were held at gunpoint. You wrote it yourself and you published it. Do you understand? So there are two things here. What do you guys think about this video? Do you think that people make mistakes and people write things that they're not proud of, and eventually their eyes are open to these things? Do you think that, oh, well, she was an adult when she wrote it, so she should be held accountable by what she said? I'm not saying she should not be held accountable. Do you think that, what are your thoughts concerning today's conversation. You think that because she now has a very booming career, you know, she will now deny most of the things she did in her young age? Yeah, but we should not forget that most of the things we do as young people are like we are laying foundations for our lives. We are laying foundations for our future. So if you go viewing it by doing horrible things as a young person, when you are in your 50s and 60s, when you're supposed to be reaping the fruits of your labor now, you will be, you know, these things will come and hit you and it won't be funny. Just like this. Anyway, kindly write your thoughts. Let's know your thoughts and observations, opinions concerning today's video. What do you think about today's video? Please let us know in the comment section. Do not forget to like this video, share, subscribe if you haven't, and turn on the post notification bell. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.